Hello everyone, it's Robin DeGroot, and it's a late night on a Friday. I just wanted to definitely still try to get a video in on Friday. Now, this week has been not too bad. It wasn't too busy, but I did want to mention about the tendency for me to seem to need like a vacation after my vacation. And it didn't quite happen that way, but what did happen is I took the weight training exercises from the personal training, um, like that personal training appointment that I had in Tucson area or Oro Valley, and I've been doing it. So every other day, so I did miss today, but I'll do it tomorrow, so it'll be 3 times a week. And then on the in-between days, doing some walking or trampoline or basically trying to get the 10,000 steps still. But even on the days that I'm weight training, I am doing some aerobic exercise after so it can get rid of the lactic acid in my muscles. And also that way I get this amount of steps, which I think is good. And it just becomes a more overall exercise on those 3 days of the week, maybe 4 if I can get that going. But the biggest, best news of all of that is like from the time I left the trip until today, I've actually lost 5 pounds, which has kind of been difficult the last couple months. Partly I was also eating kind of cheating and real keto, so I'm much more invested to eat proper keto. So I got out my book from Maria Emmerich, which is the 30-day keto cleanse, and really she has most of these weekly recipes with a breakfast or break your fast if you're really doing the intermittent fasting, and then a lunch and a dinner, and you really try to eat in a short window. So for her, she's kind of putting down 10 to 4 p.m., but that becomes really difficult for me because I tend to have the day starting more in the evening, afternoon, evening. So it's so hard not to eat later, but then because it's okay for me to keep more fluids in the morning, then the long window can be into the next day. So I can still have a 16-hour break if I finish eating at 8 p.m. But anyway, I made quite a few meals, which are very interesting, and I'm enjoying cooking again. But I also did make some of her desserts, even though she says it's a lot better and more successful if you really don't have sweets on this 30 days. Now, for me to try to have no sweets, I will end up having a little bit of sweets. But if I made keto sweets, that's a lot better because if I know there's something that I've made, I can be way more disciplined on the not just getting something outside. Because a lot of times I find it's when I'm on the road, it's a little bit emotional, and that way it becomes like a reward thing. It's not that I'm so hungry. And if I know that I made the food, then it's even better. So I did make the coconut cream kind of crustless pie, which is really delicious. And using a little bit more coconut cream than dairy. I have a little bit of dairy mixed in, which I'm not finding is too big of a deal, especially if I have the raw dairy or the heavy cream. So I have a couple of cookies and just a few things to put in the freezer, and then I know that it's there. It's actually kind of enough. And when I do come home, and if I'm really hungry and I still need to make the other food, then having one of those little snacks seems to be okay. So I'm pretty excited because having a pretty good track and a plan with weight training, at least 3 to 4 days a week, and then true and proper keto. I just think it's going to be really positive, so I'm very happy about that, and I wanted to share it. So I'll let you know about that in next week's video, but I will also pick a topic and explore that a little more. So until then, I will talk to you all later.